Nice to meet you too.
And where are you from?
I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
Oh, great, great. So we have two people from Colombia today. And hello, Luis. How are you? Uh, Luis, your microphone is muted. Um, if you want to speak, you can turn on your microphone. Okay, he's left. Okay, so today we're talking about directions. So, first off, let's talk about some places in our city. What are some famous places in your city? Ah, hello, Luis. Okay, so
His
today we're gonna.
microphone is mute.
Yeah, it's still muted, Luis. Hmm. Yeah, I can't change that. Okay. Um, so, what are some famous places in your city? In my city, one famous place is called Old Town Sacramento. And we're going to look at a map of Old Town Sacramento in a little bit. And this is basically what it sounds like. It's the old part of the city with the old buildings. And today people go there to go shopping and walk around. What are some famous places in your city? Who would like to go first?
I'm not sure, Lisa. Maybe in my city,
Mhm.
there's a mountain.
Okay.
Um, el, when the people come to Bogota, is one of the most important places here. Is Monserrate.
Okay, great. And is it difficult to visit, or is it difficult to climb?
Oh, I'm not sure. No, it's not difficult to visit. I
Okay.
don't know how to say there's a little train
Okay.
come to the top of the mountain.
Okay.
Um,
Is it like a cable
there,
car?
yeah.
Yeah, cable
How can I
car.
say cable car? Yeah,
Yeah,
but
great.
there's another cable for the air. How can I say that?
Uh, this one can also go up in the air.
Yeah,
Um,
there's another.
yeah. There's another name
But
for it, but I can't think of it. We also call them cable cars. I don't know. What are they called? Honestly, I can't remember what they're called. We call them cable cars, but we also call them something else, and I can't remember the something else.
I'm going to find the exactly word.
Yeah,
But in
okay.
the top of the mountain, there's a
Mhm.
church, and the people
Okay.
visit that church frequently.
Oh,
And this is maybe the most important place in Bogota.
okay, great. Thank you.
Maybe
When you,
Carolina can talk to you about another place.
yeah, yeah. Or maybe she knows the name that I can't think of or that you haven't found yet. If you find it, go ahead and let us know and type it in the chat box.
Okay.
Um, thank you. Okay, Carolina, would you like to tell us about another place in Bogota?
Yes, in Bogota there is a neighborhood named La Candelaria, and this is a historical neighborhood. The houses there are very old, and I don't know, the foreigners likes to come there. I don't know why. I don't like that place.
Okay. Um, are the buildings in an old style or I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it could be that would draw them. Thank you.
Yeah, there are of the colonial, I don't know, epoca. I don't know how do you say.
Ah, the colonial period.
Yeah, of the colonial period. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay, Asma, would you like to tell us about a place in your city in Tunisia?
Yeah, Sidi Bou Said is a town just north of Tunisia,
Mhm.
uh, located at the top of a steep cliff overlooking the Mediterranean.
Oh, it sounds beautiful.
Yeah, brilliant blue doors are framed with white washed walls. Um, yeah, nice place.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank you. I hope I can visit all these places someday. Okay,
Yeah.
what else? Yes?
Uh, Sidi Bou Said said has inspired artists like Paul Klee and writer Andre Gide. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful. I would love to see it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody, so far for sharing. Luis Antonio, it looks like your microphone is still on mute. So,
No, now
oh,
it's
there
okay.
we are. It is okay.
Yeah,
Great. Thank you. So, can you introduce yourself and tell us about a place in your city?
yeah.
Thank you.
My name is Luiz Antonio. I'm from Brazil. I'm 55 years old, and I am firefighter.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, and I live in a small city in southeast region of São Paulo state in Brazil, and we don't have a amazing, wonderful sightseeing in my place, but we can visit a nice fishing parking, waterfalls, forest, and good places to ride a bike.
Okay, great. Later, we're going to look at a bicycle map of San Francisco.
Yeah,
Perhaps, at the end, we'll have some time to look at maps of your cities as well, I hope. If you would like to do that, we can skip some of the other cities to take a look at your cities. I'm a very flexible person, so I'm happy to look at your cities and explore new places. We have another student joining us, Vanessa. Hello. Hello, Vanessa. Your microphone is on mute. There should be a button at the top of your screen at the center to unmute your microphone. No, I'm afraid I can't hear you, Vanessa. Um, I don't know. Um, yeah, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Okay. Um, Perhaps, I don't know how it works, but if it's possible to leave and re-enter, maybe that'll help. Or does anyone, Luis Antonio, you were able to fix your microphone. How were you able to do that? This is my first class, so I don't know how to help.
I'm trying to do my best.
Thank you.
There is a icon like a gear, and if you press on it, you can set up the microphone and speakers.
Oh,
Do you understand?
so do you see it, Vanessa? Let us know if it works. Um, let us know as soon as you have it set up.
You can touch your picture, your own picture, and the microphone is activated.
Oh, okay. So your picture where your video is?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe give that a try. Um, Vanessa, while you're trying to do that, I'm gonna open up our first map. Um, so This is, can you all see the map?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So this is the tourist map of Old Town Sacramento. The map itself is rather simple. The list of all the shopping and the food and drinks is rather complicated. So the easiest way is to just go by numbers. So we're going to start off here where this horse is. This is the Pony Express statue, and it's one of the famous places in my city. Has anybody heard of the Pony Express before? Okay, nobody has. Yeah, Pony Express. Pony being a small kind of horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the Pony Express? Can anyone tell me?
A small train.
It's a good guess. It was actually the early U.S. Postal Service. Before we had trains running across the United States, we had people riding horses to deliver the mail.
Yeah.
It was very dangerous. So this is the ending point in California, in the West, where the Pony Express came to its end. That'll be our starting point today, okay? And then we will look at, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. We will just start with a basic map and we'll give directions, okay? So who would like to start off? We're going to ask for directions to this boat. Oops, I keep forgetting if I click on it, it'll get smaller. So this boat here, we're going to ask for directions. So who would like to give a try forming the question to get from the Pony Express statue to the boat?
For example, can you tell me where Pony Express is?
Yeah, okay, great. If we start at the boat, yeah, can you tell me where the Pony Express is? So, now who would like to give a try answering the question? Okay, this time I'll go first. So, how do you get to the Pony Express from the boat? You go straight.
I can.
Oh, great. Yes, thank you.
can.
Good,
Yeah.
thank you.
You have to go straight 2 blocks until Second Street, and then you have to turn left and walk another block, and there is the Pony Express. Yeah?
That's perfect. Yes, thank you. Great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, who else would like to try a question? Now we're at the Pony Express. Maybe we're hungry. How about we try the Rio City Cafe? So it's number 3. So let's see. The number 3 is here next to the bathroom. So from the Pony Express to the Rio City Cafe, who would like to ask the question? Luis Antonio, would you like to give it a try?
Yeah, I mean, go down Second Street for 2 blocks, turn right on First Street. At the final of the street, turn right. In the middle of the block, wow, what's name number 3, please?
Yeah, the name of number 3, it was the Rio City Cafe.
The Rio City Cafe is across the road from the street. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's across Front Street.
Yeah,
across Front Street. And you could also say it's across from the parking garage. See?
yeah.
Yeah, so you could.
Difficult to see
Yeah, don't worry. So we're just getting warmed up. So thank you, everybody, for taking the chance as we get warmed up and speaking out. So here, Rio City Cafe. It's in front of the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
It's across from the parking garage. It's next to the bathroom.
Wow.
It's close to the ATM. Yeah. So these are some of the different ways that we can describe where one place is. Yeah. In front of the railroad tracks, across from the parking garage, or opposite the parking garage, next to the bathroom, close to the ATM. Okay, now I would like to get to the California State Railroad Museum. How can I get there?
I can try.
Okay, great, thank you.
You can walk along the front street until the corner, and then you have to turn right for the First Street. No, I Street, and walk 2 blocks, and there is the California State Railroad Museum.
Okay, great. So, California State Railroad Museum. All right, so who can tell me what's happening at this place? What are we going to do here at the California State Railroad Museum? We're going to look at trains, right? So, speaking of trains, can anybody tell me, how do I get to the train station? Because I live in Sacramento and I would like to travel someplace else. And Amtrak is the name of America's train company. Who can help me find the Amtrak station?
Amtrak station?
Yeah, Amtrak.
It's next. Yeah, it's next, yeah?
Yeah.
California State Museum?
Mm-hmm. It's close by. It's not quite next to it, but it's close. Yeah. So you go
across to the street?
Mm-hmm. You across which street?
Yeah, you can
You cross Second Street?
I Street.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you go down I Street. Yeah. You go down I Street?
Yeah, and you can find Amtrak.
Yeah.
Parking on your left.
That's right. Great. So now that we're at the Amtrak station, we can go to a couple of different places in California. The closest one of my favorite places, is the city of San Francisco. Would you like to take a look at San Francisco?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to share a new screen, and it's this time like Luis Antonio's city with the bicycling. This is a bike map of San Francisco, and so it shows all the different bike trails. But we're gonna look down further. Here's the city, and so we're gonna take a look at San Francisco real quick and look at some of the famous places that most people know. The first one is up here. Who can tell me the name of this place?
The bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bridge. What's the name of the red bridge?
This is San Francisco's bridge?
No, it's a good guess. It's actually, the name is a color, but it's funny because the color in the name is not red. It's a different color. It's the Golden Gate Bridge.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why the Golden Gate is red, but it is. And so this is the Golden Gate Bridge. It's one of the most famous places in San Francisco. Does anybody know the name of another place here in the city? Can you see any familiar sights?
The jail, the island.
Yeah. Where is it? It's here it
I
is.
remember the name.
Yeah, Alcatraz.
Yeah, like the movie.
Alcatraz. Good, yeah. This is one place that I've not been to in San Francisco. I don't know. I need to fix that. Someday I have to go. Alcatraz. Good. Anyone else? This is always one of my favorite places when I was a kid, down here in the bottom left. Down here at the bottom left is the Golden Gate Park. Has anyone heard of this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Golden Gate Park is it's a beautiful park. My favorite part of Golden Gate Park is right here. It's the Japanese tea gardens. And when I was little, I was running here and I fell down and I landed on my face and I broke out one of my front teeth. Yeah. And it's the first time I ever saw a Buddha statue. So I remember this place. I'll never forget. Another cool place in Golden Gate Park is the De Young Museum right next door. The De Young Museum is where I saw my first Egyptian mummy. Have you seen an Egyptian mummy before?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was 11, and I'll never forget that either. Okay, so Golden Gate Park. Over here they have some buffalo. Some buffalo? I haven't seen that. I didn't know until recently there were buffalo in Golden Gate Park. Okay, over here is downtown. See all these big buildings? This is downtown. And here's the City Hall and the Civic Center Plaza. And when I was in college, I did a lot of marching against the war. And we would march from the ferry pier through downtown and up to the Civic Center Plaza. And so I have lots of memories in San Francisco. And
You know what is the name of the train in San Francisco?
Oh yeah, we have cable cars in San Francisco right here. This train,
Okay.
or there's the BART train. So people commute on BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit. So that's the commuter subway train, but it's above ground most of the time. It goes underwater, but above ground, and it's called BART. And then there's the old style trains, the cable cars, the little red ones that ding ding.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is famous.
Yeah, the famous ones are the cable cars. Yeah.
Okay, cable car.
Yep, this is another kind of cable car. Okay.
Okay.
So we use the same name for both of them. It's a little vague. Yep. Okay. One last landmark, a place everybody can see in San Francisco, is Coit Tower. Coit Tower. It reminds me of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but it's not leaning. And it has beautiful artwork inside by Diego Rivera. Okay, so let's see. Who would like to pick a starting point and an ending point and ask a question to your classmates? So you can start anywhere and end anywhere. Okay. Would anyone like to ask a question on how to get somewhere?
For example, if I am in Golden Gate Park,
Mm-hmm.
how can I go to the Golden Gate?
Yeah, to the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you going to get there? Are you going to drive or ride a bike?
For example, if I am in a bike,
You're on a bike?
the answer would be, can you tell me how can I go to the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah, sure. If you're on a bike, you can't take Highway 1. That's why I asked. But you might be able to go along the side of Park Presidio Boulevard up to the bridge. But I think the best way is going to be to take this blue line here, Arguello Boulevard. So you go towards the California Academy of Sciences, and you go out the park, and you follow Arguello Boulevard up past West Pacific Avenue, and it will turn into Graham Street, and you'll take a left at 101, and when you get to Fort Point, you will have reached the Golden Gate Bridge. So,
Okay.
yeah, San Francisco is one of the hardest cities to get around in. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really hard to get through. It's especially driving a car. It's very hard to drive in this city.
Why?
Because there are lots and lots of one-way streets and lots of hills and traffic
yeah.
lights and people. Yeah. So, yeah, with all the one-way streets and things, it gets really difficult to know how to get where you're going. Yeah. Okay, so who else would like to have a try? We can pick any place. If you want to stay in the park, we can stay in the park. If you want to pick a place downtown, like how do we get from Union Square to the ferry or to the Civic Center or anywhere?
Me?
Yeah, great.
If I am in the Civic Center Plaza, how can I get the ferry?
Great. How can I get to the ferry? Okay, who would like to answer? There's many ways to get there. One way is to take BART. If you take BART, if you go out Civic Center Plaza and you go south, you'll find the BART station. And you take the BART 1, 2, 3 stops, and you'll be at the ferry pier. But what if you wanted to walk? And it's hard to see, but this street here where the blue line is, this is Market Street. Market Street. And I don't know the name of this street.
Maybe it's possible to say you can go straight from the Market Street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go straight down Market Street.
You can find, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh no, maybe 10 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
If you are walking from the Golden Gate Park and you want to go to the Civic Center Plaza, you can walk around 10 blocks, and at the end you can find on your left the place you want to go.
Yeah, good. That's great.
But I am in the Civic Center Plaza.
You're in the Civic Center Plaza.
Right?
Now, what? Yeah, so if you start here, how do you get to the ferry pier over here?
You are in the Civic Center Plaza and you are
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
and
starting here
okay. And you want to go?
to the ferry pier down here.
yeah, I want to go to the ferry.
It's really
Yeah,
close.
'cause
You can walk, Carolina.
Yeah, I want work.
okay, great.
and and I have to walk along the market street. What is the name?
Yeah, Market Street.
Until the end of this street, and I get the ferry there.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. And when you get the ferry, this is actually how you can go visit Alcatraz. Is
Yeah.
from the ferry pier here. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so now we're at the ferry pier. I would like to get to the Exploratorium over here. It's a science museum for kids, but it's a lot of fun even for adults, and I want to go play with science. It's a long way. Who wants to tell me how to get from the ferry pier to the Exploratorium?
Okay, you can. It's really far for walk, and then you have to go to take a taxi or a bus. But if you take a taxi, and the taxi have to go along the I don't know if it's possible, but along the Mission Street. And when the taxi is in the, I don't know, the in the corner
At
next
the
to the
corner?
bus, next to the yellow bus. I don't know the name.
Here?
I can't
Fillmore Street? This one?
no, I want to follow
This
the
one?
gray line. The gray
This
line.
one.
Yeah. I can't
Van
see the
Ness
number.
Avenue. Van Ness.
Okay, Van Ness Avenue, along the Van Ness Avenue, and in the on the corner, the taxi have to turn left.
Left
And
where?
excuse me?
Left on which street?
Yeah, on
Long-
Lombard Street, you have to follow the Lombard Street until Lynch Lion.
Lit. Must be
I
Lion.
Okay, until that street, and there is the place.
Yeah, the Exploratorium.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Great. Thank you. That was wonderful. All right. Now, does anyone else want to work with San Francisco, or are you ready for a new city?
New City is okay.
Okay, I think I'm ready for a new city too. So we'll get back to the Amtrak station, and we'll head this time. Let's see. We have two choices left. We have San Diego, way down south, almost in Mexico, or we can go to Disneyland in Los Angeles. Which do you prefer?
Disneyland?
Okay, let's do it. All right. So here's Disneyland.
Beautiful map.
Yeah. We're gonna start here at the entrance of Disney's California, by near where you go to Disney's California Adventure, at the end of the Lion King tram route. So here's the main entrance where you go inside. Now, Disneyland has many parts, so let's take a look. Way up top we have Mickey's Toontown. Mickey's Toontown. So it's a little cartoon town where Mickey Mouse lives with Minnie and all of his friends. And there's the Princess Fantasy Fair. So it's a little princess world. There's a train. We have Big Thunder Ranch with the Big Thunder Mountain. And on this ride, when I was a little kid, I knocked my mom's glasses off way up here. And somebody had to climb up the mountain to get my mom's glasses back. Yeah. Oops. Because, you know, you get excited on a roller coaster and you put your hands in the air. Yeah. Oops. I caught my mom's glasses with my little finger. And we have Critter Country, New Orleans Square. Critter is a word for animals, by the way. Frontierland, like the Wild West of the United States. Plaza Gardens, Plaza Pavilion. Tomorrowland, where we look at the future. Here's the Matterhorn. Alright, so these are some of the places we have to choose from. So we're starting out here at Main Street, USA. Who would like to ask our first question?
For example, if I in Main Street USA, isn't the yeah? If I'm in Main Street USA, what is the best route
Mm-hmm.
if I want to go to Mikey's downtown? Correct?
Mickey's Toontown?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mickey's Toontown.
Toontown?
Yeah, Toontown.
Mickey's Toontown?
Yeah, like cartoon, Toontown.
Okay.
Good. Okay, so what's the best way to get to Mickey's Toontown? Who would like to have a try?
Me.
Okay, great.
You can walk straight until I don't know the name of the man in the circle until Mickey Mouse.
And probably Disney.
Excuse me?
Probably it's Walt Disney. The man in the circle, like he's probably
Okay.
Disney.
Okay, until Disney with Mickey Mouse,
Mhm.
and then you can turn a little on your right next to the Fantasyland for this way, and you have to walk around the Fantasyland until Mickey's Town at the end of this way.
Yeah. So you get to the end, maybe you should tell them to turn to the left.
Okay.
Maybe here. Because otherwise they might go in here.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible. Over here. Yeah, but that's great. These are the teacups. These ones you spin around in circles. So just so you know, these are called the teacups. That's one of my favorite rides when I was a little kid because you turn the wheel at the center and you go faster and faster. Yeah, good. So now we're at Mickey's Toontown. Where would you like to go next? Where should we go next?
For example, if I want to walk to New Orleans Square.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's the best way to get there?
I'm going to try to say this.
Great.
But I'm not sure. You can walk next to the Fantasyland. You walk straight and you can find Frontierland and turn to your left, walking straight, and you can find I don't know the name of the lake by your side on your right.
Yeah.
And you can walk straight and across the lake in front you can find New Orleans Square.
Great. Yeah, thanks. That's wonderful. So across from the lake, yeah. Or it might be rivers, but it looks like a lake. I don't know. I think it might be Rivers of America, but it sure does look like a lake. Yeah, so New Orleans Square, they have good food in New Orleans Square, and they have
Yeah?
a haunted house. Yeah, you can get New Orleans food is really good, and you can get some good New Orleans food here in New Orleans Square. Um, like spicy rice and like Cajun fish and alligator. Oh, have you ever tried alligator?
Alligator?
Yeah, it's good. It's
Oh,
better
no,
than
no,
lobster.
sir.
It's better than lobster. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Cajun alligator.
Tasty?
Yeah, really tasty. It was worth the $20, I'll tell you what. Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. So now we've just had some Cajun Gator in New Orleans Square. Who would like to pick our next destination? Perhaps somebody else who hasn't had a try yet? Okay, how about anyone, even if you've had a try? Who wants to give it a go? Where's our next destination?
There's an interesting places here.
You know, my favorite place in Disneyland was always Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland?
Yeah, because there's Space Mountain. My favorite ride was always Space Mountain. So, who can tell me how to get to Space Mountain so I can go on my favorite roller coaster in the dark? You can't see where you're going.
If you are in this place, what did you
So,
say?
Space Mountain? It's a roller coaster inside this building. So this building is really big, and inside it's really dark, and they make it look like outer space. So they have lights like stars, and so you're riding around on this train really fast through the darkness, through the stars, and you can't tell whether you're going to go left or right, but you're flying through the stars, and it feels like you're flying through space.
Oh,
And I always wanted to do that, so it's my favorite ride. Even to this day, I love Space Mountain. Yeah. So how can we get here from New Orleans Square? I can't go to Disneyland without visiting Space Mountain.
You can walk along the green road until Plaza Pavilion, and then you can cross the I don't know the name, Main Street.
Yeah.
Can you cross the Main Street, and you can get Tomorrowland, and next to Tomorrowland, this is I forgot the name.
Space Mountain.
The Space Mountain.
Yeah, Space Mountain. Okay. Great. Thank you. All right. So, how do you feel about Disneyland? Would you like to move on to San Diego? Or does anybody want to show us a map of your city and show us some places in your city?
San Diego is okay.
Okay. San Diego it is. All right. Oops. There we go. Okay. So, let me see about making it a little bigger. So, we have a few different types of places here in San Diego. This is Old Town, so it's the old Spanish part of the city. There's historic sites and museums There's attractions like ghost tours and Saturday markets and trolley tours. Trolley is another word for cable car. I forgot about trolley.
Trolley?
Yeah, the ones on the ground anyway. We call them trolleys too.
But trolley is on the ground, yeah?
Yeah, trolleys are on the ground, but a cable car can be on the ground or in the air. Yeah, but trolleys are only on the ground.
Okay. Maybe we have so trolley and cableway.
Yeah.
This is in our case.
Okay. So there's some ice cream and some restaurants, and then of course some specialty shops. And I don't know about you, but I need a haircut. I'm getting a haircut tonight, so there's a hair salon. All right, so this is Old Town San Diego. So we're here. We're going to be using letters and numbers and colors as well to describe what we're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep as much visible as possible: historic sites, museums, attractions. And we've just come into town, and so we are here at the transit center because we just came into town. So we're at the MTS Transit Center, and the first place that I would like to see is the Heritage Park over here. I love parks and old houses, so who can tell me how to get to the Heritage Park from the Transit Center?
There's a train next to the transit center. I can see a train, a red train.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the train goes here, but yeah, there's a train here.
Yeah, the train is next. It's close to the transit center.
Yeah. I was just teasing you.
I'm
Yeah, the
pretty
train
sure
is next
that
to
I
the
can
transit center.
have the train. Yeah.
I was just joking.
Hmm.
So yeah, the
Maybe
train.
the only way to go there is a taxi.
Okay.
Walking.
So where's the taxi pickup?
Okay. You can take a taxi. Get a taxi. Sorry.
Yeah, you get a taxi and then you take it somewhere.
It's okay.
Yeah, getting a taxi is the very moment when you're like, taxi, taxi. That's getting a taxi. And then once you get in, then you take the taxi where you want to go.
Okay, and you can get a taxi. And the taxi probably should go along to the Congress Street, straight to. I can see the
Harney.
Harney Street.
Mm-hmm.
The Harney Street, and left. On the left.
Take a left.
Yeah.
How far do I have to go?
Yeah, the taxi can go around 3 blocks straight to the Heritage Park, and at the end of the street can find the place.
Yeah, great. Thank you. All right, so the taxi is now in the parking lot and it's let us out. And we explore the park, yeah. So the taxi lets us out in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so who would like to pick our next destination in Old Town San Diego? I'm going to back out a little and go over here to our list of places. So first we'll choose what we want to see. So we can pick a historic site or a museum or an attraction. Is anybody hungry? or thirsty? Perhaps we need to go to an ATM to get some money?
There's a lot of places with Spanish names.
I'm sorry?
There's a lot of places with Spanish names.
That's right. There's a lot of places with Spanish names. Why is that?
For example, Cesar Rodriguez, San Jose Machado.
This is true in many places in California because the Spanish were here a very long time ago and they left lots of names. And we've kept many Spanish names, like my city and the city of San Diego and San Francisco. If you look at a map of California, a lot of it is in Spanish. Yeah. So, where shall we go? We have time to go 1 or 2 more places. Is anybody curious about the ghost tours?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's this light blue number 12. So it's actually really not far from Heritage Park. It's right here. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who can tell us how to get here? It'll be a quick one.
Me.
Okay.
If you are in the parking lot of the Heritage Park, you can walk along the Harney Street 2 blocks until San Diego Avenue.
Good.
And then you have to turn left. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, left. And next to the Wally House and another parking, maybe, you can find the God stores.
Yeah, ghost tours.
Tours.
Yeah, no problem. Ghost tours, thank you. All right, so they're going to take us on a walking tour of downtown and tell us scary ghost stories. And my guess is the first place that we're going to go is right here. I'm just guessing. The El Campo Santo Cemetery. Is it
Okay.
place for a ghost tour, yeah? So who wants to tell us, let's see, how do we get there?
You can walk just a couple of blocks.
Good.
You can walk along San Diego Avenue until Conde Street, and you just turn left. No, it's on the right. San Diego. No, you can cross San Diego Avenue. Yes, because it's the same. Yeah.
So you follow it to the right.
Yeah, to the right, and you can find on your left the cemetery.
Great, yeah, you can find the cemetery on your left.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. Creepy. All right.
Yeah, a little creepy.
A little bit.
Lisa, I have a question.
Yeah.
When I say you have to turn left or turn on left, I have to put on?
No.
No.
You turn left, and then you could find it on your left, right?
Okay.
So if you go down Harney Street and you turn left on San Diego Avenue, you'll find the ghost tours on your left. So turn left, find it on your left.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So we have a couple minutes left to wrap up. So maybe we should take some time to see if anyone else has any questions.
I don't know if you want to say that you are walking in San Diego Avenue. It's okay. Or you have to walk on San Diego Avenue.
You walk on or along.
Okay, but on is okay.
On is okay, but not in.
Okay.
Ah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk on San Diego, you walk down, you walk up, you walk along, but you don't walk in. Yeah.
And
You walk into the church, you walk in the church.
okay. And how do you say that place between numbers 31 and 27 that is, so two ways comes in this point?
So
This is a name?
we call this a fork in the road. So you say you
Uh,
come to the fork and you turn
Fork?
left. Yeah, fork like when you eat with a fork.
Can
F-O-R-K.
you spell that, please?
Yeah, F-O-R-K.
Okay.
Yeah, fork. Oops. Like what we eat with. So imagine there were 3 or 4 roads, it would actually look more like a fork, right? If it went 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like a fork.
Okay.
So you come to the fork and turn left, or you come to the fork and turn right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That's a great question. Thank you.
Right.
Any others?
How do you say the when we was in Disneyland and there is a Disney with Mickey Mouse? How do you say that? I don't know the name in Spanish is estatua.
The statue.
Statue. Similar.
Yeah, statue. So it's really similar. Yeah. Yeah, so you're talking about the Walt Disney statue, right?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, right here. This guy is a statue. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's S-T-A-T-U-E. Yep. Yeah, thank you, Luis Antonio, for typing it in the chat box. Good. Okay, does anyone else have any questions?
No, it's okay.
Okay, well, thank you,
I practice a
everybody.
lot.
Okay, thank you, everyone. This was my first class. Thank you for making it a good experience. I hope to see you again soon.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
time.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Manny.